Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? So I have several videos that I need to get done over the next, like, tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully more tonight, but we'll see how it goes because I have some catch up to do. But I had posted the first, like, start my birthday weekend with me video, and I had intended to do, because that was like a Thursday, and I was doing something Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday was my birthday. Then Monday, I did something Monday too. So it was like kind of like ended up being a birthday week, which, excuse this, by the way, at some point during this birthday week, who gets a pimple here, you guys? Like, what? Apparently me. Anyway, so it looks like I got like punched in the nose. No, it's a really weirdly placed pimple. I'm not gonna wear a bunch of foundation just to get rid of. It's so weird, and it's so red. It's so, I didn't want to call attention to it, and then I saw it on camera and I was like, anyway, hopefully that will be gone soon. Maybe I should stop touching it. Anyway, so I ended up doing basically almost a whole week's worth of stuff, like with different people, different days. I am not even gonna lie, I have seen Gran Turismo 3 times because everybody that I know was available at different times and they all knew I wanted to see the movie, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna complain. I get to see David Harbour multiple times on the big screen, and I'm going Thursday with Damon, so I will have seen it 4 times in the theaters. So excited. But since I didn't get to share each milestone day of my birthday with you, I thought I would check back in and share some of the things that I got, and open something with you guys. So, because I got something in the mail from Cynthia, I will just say, I'm going to save that for the end. It is in this cute box right here. Oh, that was my P.O. box. I was like, oh no! I literally, so that the label, here, my P.O. box is here too, so it's, the label's here. I didn't even notice that there was a, handwritten address on this side, because when I picked it up, it was just like this in the P.O. box. So, I jumped so bad, because I thought that I, like, gave out her address. Oh my gosh, that would have been awful. Anyway, I mean, yes, I could edit it, but we all know I hate editing. I'm bad at it. So I don't tend to do it. Anyway, first and foremost, my friend Dean, that I have told you guys about before, that is like my Stranger Things partner in crime, sent me this. He sent me this off of my Amazon wish list, actually. My Hawkins Police Department, because my last one was started, like, my first one that I got was starting to, like, the letters were printed on the outside and didn't stay on well, and they were all starting to peel off, and then Maverick with his little claws had gotten a hole in it already, and then I had just bought another one. There's a picture online of David Harbour wearing a Hawkins Police Department shirt. It's a brown one with black writing, but I found the same shirt, but it was black with white writing. I found a bunch of different colors of it. So I do actually want to get, like, the brown one to have, like, the same one as him. But, like, in my mind, Hopper probably has a bunch of different, like, from his academy days or from, like, training days or, you know, just exercise days or whatever. I feel like he's got multiple Hawkins PD shirts, so I, too, wanted multiple Hawkins PD shirts. So anyway, this one was on my Amazon wish list, and Dean got it for me, and I love it so much. I'm not one to not wear black, which is why I got the other one in black, but here we are. I find for Stranger Things, I'm willing to wear other colors. And then today in the mail, also from my Amazon wish list, because obviously Dean has it, he got me Season 3 Steve, the Scoops Ahoy Steve. Sorry, I know there's quite a reflection. It came in this really cute protective box, so how cool is, if I could, there we go. How cool is he? He's got his little ice cream right here. I know there's like a special version that's like the Baskin and Robbins version. I think he has maybe a banana split or something. I'm not sure what the difference is offhand, but I don't care. This is the one that I had seen, so I had it on my wish list. It was one that I still needed. I need almost all of the season 3 pop figures, and obviously ones before it. I have not very many of them. Most of my pop figures are from season 4. So, although if you can, where is he? Can you see him? Right here is a Hopper, and that Hopper is from, actually he's from season 2. He's Hopper with the vines. I was thinking that I had the date Hopper, but I like in his little shirt. He's from season 3, but I don't have him. He's like another wish list item. Right below Hopper right here, that is Scoops Ahoy Robin. So she goes with Scoops Ahoy Steve. I'm so excited to have Steve. Oh, I love Steve. You guys know next to Hopper, Steve and Dustin are my next 2 favorites. So somewhere back here, where did he end up? Oh, he's hiding. Let me see. You can see I put a little witch hat on him, and you can see he's bigger than the 2 guys next to him, which are Steve and Dustin. But I have a season 1 Dustin. That's Dustin from the Snowball, in his little tuxedo with his little permed hair. So, sorry, season 2 Dustin. I don't know why I said 1. Season 2. But anyway, got Steve. I'm very excited about having Steve. I love him. Dean, if you're watching, I love you so much. I know I already sent a text and everything, and Dean doesn't usually watch my videos, I don't think, but if he does, he never tells me he does. So, but yeah, thank you again. I love you. Speaking of pop figures, I just noticed that I had a piece of tape on it too. So let me put the tape right here. Anyway, that would be my phone case that I knocked on the floor, like my protector thing. Anyway, this thing is huge. If you guys who've been around the channel, I've introduced you to my little brother Cameron at work. He got me this baby Yoda. It's giant, and let me see his head? He's a bobblehead. Like, this thing is so big. It's the child bobblehead figurine. I didn't even know they made them this big. Like, Cameron is really, really, really into Transformers. So, he had gotten himself, but I thought they were like masks or something. I didn't think they were like figures. I had no idea they made pop figures this size. Look how big baby Yoda is. He's bigger than my head. So I love him. I'm probably going to put him in my room upstairs. Well, maybe. Or I'll clear out space down here and put some other 80s type stuff. Because my room upstairs is more like 80s style. Like, it's Stranger Things / 80s things. So maybe Baby Yoda will stay down here. But he's so stinking cute. I love him. And Cameron watches pretty much every video that I put out. And I love you, little brother. Thank you so much. But so thank you for this too, obviously. And I know I thanked him already. This I got on Friday, which I wish I could have. I have a few clips, but it turned out most of them have, like, I'm not allowed to talk about where I work. Like, I don't want to anyway, but like, we're really not allowed to. So, and we filmed inside of work. So you can see it and everything, and I shouldn't show it, I should say. But I will say that Cameron and Seth and my friend Victoria, because they roped my friend Victoria into this, they went all out for like celebrating my birthday on Friday, because that was one of the days I had to work. And they sent Victoria after it, because me, Cameron, and Seth were all working together. and they sent her out to get like another town over, like the town I grew up in, is this pizza place called Roma's, which I know is a generic name. I'm sure a lot of towns have Aroma Pizza, but this one is not like any sort of chain. It's been locally owned by this one guy. He might have a second one around here, but it's not like if there's Aromas in your town, New Jersey or whatever, it's not the same. He's not like a chain or franchise or anything like that. He's his own, possibly 2 stores, but he definitely has the one. He's had it since I was a kid. But they went and got Roma's pizza and some jalapeno poppers because those are like my favorite foods ever. And then Victoria made cupcakes out of rainbow chip, which is my favorite icing. They gave me, Cameron gave me this. And Seth, if I can remember to attach the Cameo, if you know what Cameo is, it's like if there's a famous person that you like and they're on Cameo, you can pay them to make you or somebody a personalized video message. My favorite TikToker is this little basset hound, and he's, Seth had him make a TikTok. So if you don't see it, you'll know I didn't remember or whatever to attach it, but the little dog is telling me happy birthday, and it's like the cutest thing ever. I love and adore it. And then obviously he put he helped get between him and Cameron, they put everything together. Victoria came, I had basically a big, she went and got like every balloon that the store had, the helium balloon. So I have a big like bouquet of helium balloons in the other room that I still have. She did the cupcakes, the pizza. She brought birthday decorations, and we decorated all of work. So it was a really awesome, amazing time. It was probably one of my best days at work ever. And it was thanks to Seth and to Cameron. So it was just really sweet. So that was my Friday. And then Saturday, I spent the day pretty much with the dogs. I was going to go see Gran Turismo again, but there was some miscommunication. Like Damon was supposed to go, and then he didn't tell me when he was ready to go, and then it was a mess as far as that goes. But I stayed home with the pups. I crocheted. I hung out with the boys. I watched... So every year on my birthday, I watch this movie called Happy Death Day, 1 and 2. So I watched Happy Death Day, and it turned out to be a really great day. I went and got, because I had already been planning to get Roma's, so I went and got Seth got what I normally get, like if we go to Pizza Hut or whatever. He got that for my toppings, which, for our toppings, because it was a half and half pizza, because Cameron doesn't eat some of it. Anyway, not the point. So I went and got my traditional favorite Roma's pizza the next day. So I just had a Roma pizza weekend. It was amazing. And like I said, hung out with the boys and everything. So that was a really great day. And then Sunday was my actual birthday. And then, so David had actually gotten me a new computer, which is going to be Christmas and my birthday present. But he always gets me things to open on my birthday also, right? So bear in mind, I also have a computer because of him. So he didn't just, he said he always feels like if he does stuff like that, because he's done stuff like that before where he's gotten me a really big gift and been like, well, that has to be your birthday and Christmas or whatever. But then he still gives me something to open. And when he gives me something to open, he's like, I feel like you're going to think I cheaped out. And I'm like, no, I have this really, really great gift. You didn't have to do anything, at all, much less get me the really great gift, much less get me the stuff to open. It's fine, obviously. But what he got me 2 things. And I love these. Had there been no computer, had these been the gift, I still wouldn't have felt like he cheaped out on me. I love him. I love them very much. So the quick story behind this is I have been wanting to make another one, but I have what I assume is from the 70s or 80s. It's a macrame owl. It's got big fluffy, they fuzzed out the yarn or whatever. It's big fluffy eyes and a fluffy front, tail. I should say, in the front, and the macrame is in the middle part of him and everything, and his, you know, his face besides the eyes, all macrame. And I want to make one, either learn to macrame or make the crochet version. And because David knows how much I loved the macrame owl, he got me a macrame bat. How cool is that? It's got the long tassel here from the macrame. Here's all the knotted cuteness. Because also, if you've been around any amount of time, you know that bats are my favorite animal. I actually, if you're in the Facebook group, you saw me post it. It's like a fundraiser that I do every year for my birthday for Facebook. Because Facebook lets you do one, if you didn't know. And I always choose a bat refuge, rehabilitation and refuge. They are in Texas. It's called Bat World Sanctuary. I love them. And I like I said, I'm not trying to post it to use my my influence to ask anyone for money. However, if you are so inclined to make a donation, I would absolutely love that. So that's why I posted it in my Facebook group, and on my personal page, of course, just because I would love for them to have all the money, you know, like, and every year I do it for my birthday. I just think it's wonderful. So I love them. They already like messaged me and personally thanked me and everything. And I was like, you know, I do this every year for you guys. Like, I love you guys so much. But he got me the macrame bat anyway, and I have to figure out where I want to hang that, because I want to hang it. And then he also got me, I was floored by this, you guys. He got me this book. It's all different bats. It's called Bats: An Illustrated Guide to All Species, and it's a Smithsonian book. Which you can see on the cover. There's obviously a ton of bats. The back, like, it says, an illustrated guide to all species looks in detail at more than 1,300 species known today. Nocturnal, fast-flying, and secretive. They're extremely difficult to observe and catalog. It goes on, but it talks about like how hard it is to catalog all of these bats. And then there's different, like, look at this little guy with an apple. I think it's an apple with a fruit of some sort. Most of them aren't full color like that, but it literally goes through and lists, like, oh, can I pronounce that? Paraembalanura tiavato, which I'm assuming is its like scientific name, but it shows all the different places around the world where you can find them. And like, I haven't gone into full detail reading all this yet, but so it has like information like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say, of a bunch of different, like, here's another one. And this one is from South America right here. And then it does have some full color, like for the greater sack-winged bat. Here's a picture of him right here. But it's all sorts of bats, you guys. Like, this whole thing is bats. All of it, like, bats, 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 bats. And I'm very sorry for anybody who doesn't like bats. Or, I guess I could have warned you. Look at this painted bat. He's beautiful. So I'm sorry if anybody got, like, freaked out or anything. But I think they're just, like, the most beautiful little creatures. And there's plenty of them in here that I didn't know existed. And I thought I was pretty well versed on bats. Like dwarf dog-faced bat. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. He's this one up here. They're both cute, but look at him. And I think knowing that he's a dwarf dog-faced bat, like, he's little. He's so cute. There's like banana bats, and there's pictures of them as baby bats, and they're just, I absolutely love bats, and that's why every year, like I said, I do the sanctuary as a fundraiser. Like, if I ever get to the point where I do like a fundraiser on my channel. I mean, it's definitely going to be animal based because I love animals, but it'll probably be for the Bat World Sanctuary also. They do have a wish list on Amazon if also anybody is inclined. I'm just saying, if I remember, I will link it down below. If you're interested, yell at me if I didn't link it down below and I'll link it. But yeah, so David made my birthday a very batty birthday, and I love it. I love him for it. He just said tonight, like, I wish you were as excited over my gift as you were Steve. But, like, he watched me open Steve tonight, so I was, like, double excited. He was working when I opened my gifts because I waited till my birthday. But I went crazy over especially the Bat book. Like, oh, I love them. I love them so much. And then one of the days I went and picked up the gift from the other Heather. That was my Stranger Things notebook, which I love. It's actually right over here on my Stranger Things shelf. I have like a bookcase that I used to have a bunch of other stuff on. Now it houses mostly Stranger Things stuff. So I have that. And then I have this, which Cynthia told me that she was sending. Actually, it was in that video, I believe, for my notebook that I showed you guys. I don't know if I'm opening this right, but we're going to see. I just figured I better open it while we're talking. Anyway, so she let me know that it was coming, and like, no matter what's in here, Cynthia, I love you, and I thank you so much for thinking of me. Like, that means so much to me that you guys think of me just to think of me, or like in the other Heather's case, you know, that she saw something and was like, oh, Stranger Things, Heather, you know. So like, that means so much to me, you guys. So yeah, I really appreciate it. And so I definitely wanted to make sure to include this, just so, not to brag, but so like Cynthia has recognition, you know, for being so sweet and to think of me. And so, okay. Ooh. Okay, sorry. I opened it and I looked inside. So there's a couple things in here. And I'm going to yank this out because this is the squishy part of the box. Actually, no, I'm not. There's a note. Hold on. One moment. There's a note. The note says, "Happy birthday from Cynthia." So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm actually going to keep that because I love it. This is what was inside, you guys. It is Hirschner's Worsted Halloween Sparkle Yarn. I love this colorway. When Hirschner's had, this is kind of like, it's from this year's, but this is so soft too. When they had not this year's run, because these are more like a self-striping yarn, they had like just variegated ones that I missed out on forever ago. I think they had them for multiple years. I just missed out on them. But they were similar to this colorway, right? They were the purple, green, white, and orange. And there might have been black in it. I can't remember for sure. But it was a shorter color change, very variegated, but they were sparkle. And I have always wanted them. But this one is the closest to that colorway that they had. And it's so pretty. Look, you can see the sparkles in it. And actually, if I show you this side, Hirschner's has a pull tag, which is very nice. I think we all appreciate that when companies do that. This one is in the color Halloween Party. If I didn't say that, I might have. I can't remember. But isn't that cool? Thank you so much for that. I love it. I think this is the colorway that my dear friend Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks used to make like a wall hanging. And I wanted to follow suit and copy her. But if you remember in my crochet world, the vintage crochet world that I got, they also have a wall hanging. So I thought I might try my hand at that wall hanging, because I want to make like everything from that magazine at some point, like everything. So maybe this will be the yarn that I use for that. And also inside of this box was 2 hooks. They say Addie. I don't know if I've ever seen these before. They have, I've had ones with a similar like shape. Look at the shape of these, you guys. I've had ones with a similar shape. I wonder, like, these are obviously meant for, knife, right? That's the knife. I don't know the grips very well because if you've ever seen me crochet, I crochet weird compared to other people. So I've never like sat down and figured out what, if I was a pencil holder or a knife holder, but this, to me, that would be for a knife holder, right? And then, right? But I'll still try them. Because mine's, I feel like my grip's not a knife or a pencil. But these say Addie. This one is a 3.75. And this one is a 5.0. So, yeah, I'm excited to try these. Thank you so much. And we'll see how they go. This 3.75 is quite a bit longer than the 5. That's cool. The longer ones for me are better because, like, it's not straight, so it's kind of hard to, but I kind of like crochet with these fingers, and if this were a straight piece, this part, okay, I hold my tension also with this hand. Like, this hand doesn't do anything but hold my work, basically. So tension, hook, and then the straight part kind of bounces back and forth as I'm working. Does that make sense? I'll do a crochet video with you guys soon, and you can see what I'm talking about if anybody who's newer doesn't remember or hasn't seen the way that I crochet. But yeah, I'm interested to see how these will go with the way that I crochet. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cynthia. That's so nice, and I really, really do appreciate it, and I love it. And yeah, thank you for contributing and making my birthday amazing. And yeah, I love you. So thank you so much. So anyway, that's my birthdayness. Damon and I are going out on Thursday, which this is probably Wednesday that you guys will see this. So it'll be tomorrow. I just haven't been to bed yet, so it's still my Tuesday. But yeah, so that's what's up, right? That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's going on. And like I said, we're going to see Gran Turismo. My favorite, if you guys have a Big coffee near you, I know that they're not just in our area, but I don't know how far they extend. I don't know if they're all of America or what, but if you have a Big coffee, Big B has returned my favorite drink to the menu, because I don't drink coffee. If you didn't know that about me, I don't like coffee or tea, but I do like I like hot chocolate. Obviously, I like Diet Pepsi and water. Diet Pepsi or water is usually what I drink ever. But the other drink that I like is hot caramel apple cider. And Big B has that as a drink, and it's divine. It is my mega happy drink. I love it. I just found out today that they got it back. So actually, Seth was at work, and when he left, he went and got us some. Seth is so amazing. But Damon and I we're gonna go watch Gran Turismo. We're going to go to Big B and get some drinks, including that. I don't know what else he has planned for me. He said that I'll like it and I'll be surprised. We'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty excited. Something to note, David and I went to Michael's on the day we went out for my birthday, which was Monday. And we went to Michael's, the Michael's that is that way, which is my big Michael's. It's the big one. And they did not have any of the new cakes. None of the what is it, mocha cakes, macchiato cakes. I've been absolutely dying to get my hands on the Halloween, the Bewitched or whatever colorway. I want that so bad, like so bad. They had none. They had no anniversary cakes because there's a couple of anniversary cake colors that I want. When I put everything that I wanted into my cart, which there's no chance I will ever get an order this size unless I hit the lotto, it was like $400. Like, it was crazy. But like, they have so many things that I want, you know. The new cinnamon swirl colors, there's beautiful colors. Yeah, Michael's had none at all, none of any of them. So we didn't get any yarn. But anyway, I digress. So I'm going to end this. It's already been a 30-minute video. Just for everybody that wished me happy birthday. I think that I answered you guys. I hope that I did. If not, I'll be back to answering them soon. But thank you. And I appreciate it. I love you. Yeah, it's just everybody. My birthday was, like, I always like joke around and talk about it being a holiday or a holiday weekend or whatever for it. But like, it made me feel like it was, because everybody just made me feel so special this year. And I love everyone for it. So hopefully those who contributed are watching this and know how much you mean to me. And I really appreciate that. So on that note, I'm going to go. And I love you guys so much. And yeah, I will talk to you soon. I will have a Joann's order for you probably in the next video. And I have a lot of videos I have to do, you guys. A lot. I have a movie marquee video, the reveal, and the apology. Because with this month being so busy, I fell behind on all of it, everything. I'm like playing catch up right now at the last minute to finish it. So that's what I'm going to go do. All right. Love you guys. Bye.